Hello everyone, I am Dr. Anand Babu, orthopedic surgeon, Care Hospital, Mushirabad. Today we just touch upon low back pain, causes and preventive measures to get rid of the low back pain problem. So this low back pain is most commonly due to muscle sprains and muscle spasm, and sometimes this low back pain is also due to disc problems or the spine problems like infection, serious problems like infection, tumors or fractures. And in elderly, because of the soft bones, the bones will collapse and cause osteoporotic collapse of the bone and cause back pain. So, and sometimes in rheumatic conditions like ankylosing spondylitis, there will be involvement of the spine joints and also cause back pain. And sometimes there are causes like red flags in low back pain. So these red flags are when you have fever, when you experience fever, when you experience weight loss, when you experience night pain, when you experience any loss of sensation or weakness in the lower limbs, then you should consult the doctor immediately. So because they signal something seriously wrong with the body and involvement. So these are the conditions where you should approach the doctor immediately. So in case if there are no red flag signs, then you can wait and take over the counter medications like paracetamol and local application diclofenac gels for relief of pain and application of local heart fomentation. Initially, most of the time, these pains will go away with a short period of rest for 1 or 2 days and over the counter paracetamol and diclofenac. In case the pain doesn't come down, then you should consult an orthopedic surgeon for specialist advice. So once you go to an orthopedic surgeon, they will examine and probably they may advise you further investigations like X-ray of the spine and MRI of the spine in case of serious problem. So in the MRI, we look for any disc protrusion, disc slippage of the disc pressing on the nerve. So if the pain is or if there is any slippage of the vertebra one over the other, that is called spondylolisthesis. So these conditions can be seen on MRI and sometimes if there is infection, it will show up as a pus formation in the spine and that will also show up on the MRI. And if there is any inflammation of the sacroiliac joints in ankylosing spondylitis, that will also show up on MRI scan. And if the back pain is associated with radicular pain, that is called pain that is radiating down the leg, that is called sciatica. If the back pain is associated with sciatica, then you must consider consulting the orthopedic surgeon, and they will prescribe initially some medication after doing the investigations of MRI, and then short periods of bed rest and physiotherapy. So most of the patients get relieved with conservative measures. In case the patient doesn't get relief with these simple measures, they will be advised for a epidural or selective nerve root injections of steroids, selective nerve root steroid injections. So when the patient gets relief with these nerve root steroid injections, then they will be again subjected to physiotherapy and medication, course of medication. If the patient fails to respond to physiotherapy, medication and injection therapy also, then probably they may need a surgery. So in surgery, there are varieties of surgery where we do a mini laminotomy assisted with a microscope or endoscopic assisted surgery where we use small incisions and small holes through which we will do the surgery and remove the disc and thereby relieving the compression on the nerve, and patient nerves will be free at the end of the surgery. Sometimes there will be slippage of one bone over the other, that is called spondylolisthesis. So if this is the cause for the back pain and sciatica, then probably patient needs a spinal fusion. Spinal fusion means the two vertebrae which are slipping and mobile one over the other because of the weakness of the bone, they will be bound together by pedicle screws and rod system along with bone grafting to promote fusion of the both segments of the bone, both upper and lower segments of the vertebra which are mobile. So once patient undergoes surgery, because the movement is eliminated there, the low back pain will come down, and because the nerves are decompressed, the pain will also come down. And in rare cases, the elderly people will get osteoporotic vertebral compression fractures. These osteoporotic vertebral compression fractures in elderly because of the softness of the bone called osteoporosis condition. So in these people, the bones can collapse and crumble, and in these conditions we can treat them with medication and some hormones treatment like parathyroid hormone kind of supplements, analog supplements, and calcitonin nasal sprays and physiotherapy and back supports to reduce the pain initially. And if the pain doesn't subside in the first 3 weeks with these medication supports and physiotherapy also, the patients are considered for vertebroplasty or kyphoplasty procedures. The vertebroplasty involves injection of bone cement into the involved vertebral body from the back, where a small pinhole is created into through the skin into the bone and injected into the vertebral body. Thereby, the softness of the bone is eliminated and the bone strength is augmented. So, and this relieves the pain. Vertebroplasty or kyphoplasty relieves the pain in the back. And in some cases, like ankylosing spondylitis, where there is inflammation of the bone, like in the sacroiliac joint inflammation, they will be subjected to treatment by our specialist rheumatologists with other forms of therapy. To prevent the back pain, the main aim is to strengthen the core muscles of the back, and also the overall fitness of the body has to be increased. So the muscles to strengthen, the muscle strengthening advice, you have to take it from a physiotherapist, and you have to maintain proper posture at the while sitting in your office, and also you should, if you are overweight, you have to reduce your weight, and if you are deficient in vitamin D or calcium or other vitamins, you have to replenish the vitamins, and you have to take the vitamin and mineral supplements regularly to prevent the deficiency of the vitamins and minerals. And you have to take a balanced diet with adequate protein and other fiber rich diet. This will prevent you from getting back pain, recurrent back pains frequently.
We'll be covering all topics which commonly affect patients on a day-to-day basis.
For more this type of doctor advices or opinion or any other things,
దయచేసి డాక్టర్స్ అడ్వైస్ ఛానల్
లైక్ చేయండి, కామెంట్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి.
సబ్స్క్రైబ్
to this channel, Doctor's Advice.
10 మందికి ఉపయోగపడేలాగా చూడండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.